If you're someone who has a problem with the No Kings protests that have taken place, as well as the ones that are definitely going to be taking place in the future, then you and I need to have a conversation about what it is you actually value about being an American. When you say you love this country, what does it you even mean? What is it you believe makes the United States of America great and unique in the first place? Now, I could have stitched innumerable examples into this video. You know, the people who were going online saying things like, no king's protest, that's so stupid. If this country had a king, then you guys wouldn't be able to protest in the first place. You really think it makes sense to let it go that far, guys? Nah, because by the time it gets there, it's already way too late. That's why we're going to make our voices heard loud and clear and nip that shit in the bud right here and now. I saw one guy comment online, he's a libertarian, but he was taking issue with the protest. Wait, you're a libertarian who values individual freedom and liberty above all else? But you have a problem with people exercising their freedom of speech and right to assemble? You're not a libertarian at all. You're just a lazy Republican who wants to sound sophisticated, so you call yourself a libertarian. I want to go ahead and compare the First and Second Amendment for you in a way you might not have ever considered doing before. See, when the framers of the Constitution were putting this whole great experiment together, and these men had seen some shit, a lot more shit than you and I have seen. When they were putting this whole thing together, they had to ask themselves a very important question. How do we, as a new country and new republic, succeed where so many others have failed? And when they got to the Bill of Rights, the very first thing they came up with, the First Amendment, it doesn't just give us one right, it gives us 5 rights. Freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom to assemble, the right to petition our government for redress. The Second Amendment, which you're all very familiar with, the right to bear arms, many of you have got it plastered across the back window of your truck, that's only as good as its ability to protect all the rights afforded to us in the First Amendment. And if you think about the rights given to us in the First Amendment, those are things that we can be. A certain religion, things that we can do, practice our faith, assemble and express our grievances collectively. The right to bear arms is simply the right to have something. What good is it to be able to have something if you cannot be who you authentically are and do what you need to do? That's like saying, hey guys, here's a free Cadillac for everyone, but you can't practice your faith. Doesn't seem like a great trade-off to me. See, guys, if somewhere along the way you've forgotten that the right to bear arms is only as good as its ability to protect all the rights afforded to all Americans in the First Amendment, then you've lost the fucking plot, man. And unfortunately become the one thing you point your finger at and claim to disdain. Un-American. I may not always agree with why you choose to protest, but I will never degrade you for exercising any of your constitutional rights. Not a single one. It is the rights afforded to us in the First Amendment that make the United States of America authentically